Hello friends, I am back today with a sweet little collection called Merry and Bright. It focuses around this merry and bright tree, and this little die set is adorable. It looks really super simple, but I have made what I would call an impact card, and it's going to be the second card we make today. We're going to make 2 cards today together. So make sure you stick around for both. We are actually making both cards. So this one here has, well, I've got it in the package, but this one here has the outline die, the shadow die, and then the merry and then you can do bright or you can do wishes. And this star is the perfect size to put on top of this or any of your other Christmas trees. If you think of like your better pressed trees or any other Christmas trees that you might have in your stash. It's a really good size star. Then you have the all occasion bow. Now this makes a bow the size of an A2 card. It's a pretty large bow, and we are going to assemble this today. I'm going to put it on the front of a 5x7 card to show you how it fits well on that as well. You can also make it as a shaped card, just by making a second base to go underneath and scoring it right here and right here on the bottom part and gluing those top sections together so you have a hinge to open and close your card. So we're going to go ahead and make one of these today, and then we're going to use this cute set, the Petite Blooms and Sentiment, to decorate our bow. Now keep in mind that this bow, because of its size, doesn't necessarily scream Christmas to me. This bow could be used all year round for birthdays, on the outside of packaging, could be wedding, it could be anything. So, I mean, think of your gift bags when you give someone a gift in a gift bag. This could be on the outside of the gift bag to dress it up. You could get a solid gift bag and then dress it up with this. So keep that in mind all seasons. Just change the color. So this little cute little set we're going to be using today with all the different flowers. And then we have Peppermint Stripes, which is a really nice 2D embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that, but we are using that on both projects today as well. The only other thing I'm adding to today's project, I'm adding to the second card, and that's Essential Arches and the Scrolled Punch and Pierce plate, which I'm just using for a background. So that's all I'm adding today. So we'll just set those aside and let's bring in our first card. I've already done the card base just to save time, because my goal with this card is to show you how to put together the bow, because I figured that's the part that you might run into a little issues with when you get this home. So I have cut the base out of a burgundy color, and yes, I'm going non-traditional, people, and I am doing the stripes with a black glitter card. Now I'm using it's a really fine glitter card, and it's a no shed, which is really nice. Now on this bow, there's 2 notches here. So these pieces line up with those notches. So you're going to put this piece like this, and then you're going to line it up on the outside here. So that's how you're going to figure placement, like that. Okay? So we're going to do that with these 2. And if you hear some nibbling in the background, that's Miss Lola. She is eating her dinner. So I'm going to put it right here and stretch it out to there. And just use that as a nice little guide. Easy peasy. Do the same thing with this one. So while you're watching this video, I would have just gotten back from my trip. I am heading off on a little retreat to see a girlfriend of mine, and I would probably just be getting back from that trip. I go twice, maybe 3 times a year, and I drive to Tuscaloosa, and we have a week-long slumber party. Oh, I forgot this little point piece. See if I can scooch it under there. This is the shadow of the bow. I'm sitting here talking about my retreat. I'm excited. Tonight's the last videoing before my retreat. This little shadow piece, and I might not be able to get it under there now. Yeah. This little shadow piece goes under here. Let's see if I can get it. It actually goes under there, and it goes right here. It actually needs to go under this side. Let's see. It goes under this side. So it goes under that line as well. And then it goes right. Let me lift this a little bit. It goes right under like that. Look at there, fixing it on screen. Get that. So you're wanting it to line up with that notch as well, right here. And you want it under here. And just ignore that piece right there that just came up. And then you want it under there, and then you want a break right here. And I'm going to put a little bit, because I was lifting the wrong end when I was trying to fix it. A little bit more glue under there. No one will ever know I did that. There we go. And this glue does dry clear, so it'll clean itself up. Plus we're putting flowers right here. So that is the shadow. Now, normally if I wasn't using black, I would have made this a darker color than this. Let me just show you the bow here. You see how I've done that? And it has a little separation there. And I could have gone farther in to the point here. If I would have gone in farther, you would have had more space here like they have there. But I'm just lucky I got it under there. But that's what that is. That is the shadow of the inside of that bow. So go ahead and do this other one real quick. So as we work on this second one, I'm switching over to speeding this up, and this will help with the length of the video. Also, I had a little situation in the doggy department, and lots of barking and fun stuff like that. So I did pause the video and go and take care of things, and came back a little bit later to finish this with all of you. I didn't think you would want to listen to all of that. So here we are back again. And this time I'm not going to forget that little piece in there. So we will glue that down first, like we should have the first time. So I'm just lining everything up, and we're going to attach that right in that area, making sure there's that little space there. And I'm making sure that it's the same distance. Like I said earlier, you know, in the example there, they have it pushed in even farther. But because that first one I did on the left, I wanted to make sure it was the same on the right. So I'm just gluing that down. And these are actually very, very simple to line up because of that notch and because the curved edge matches up so beautifully. So these are very handy to have, and it goes together so nicely. So for the center, we're just going to glue this center section together and put the little piece on top, and then that glues right on top of the two pieces to hook them together. So I have that glitter stripe to go down, and it has a little more narrow side at one end and a little fatter side at the other end. And in the photograph, it shows the larger side goes towards the top. So that's how I did my sample. And I am just going to glue that together, and that hooks both sides together. But I have a little tag that I want to squeeze in here. And I remember that here after I put this glue on. And I realize it, and I want to bring it in. And I'm thinking, how can I attach this so that it hangs down on top of my bow? So I end up cutting it and gluing it right there behind in the glue that's on the back of there. And it actually turns out really cute. So I really like that. So I glue that right there on the back of it. I cut the knot off that I had put there. That way it wouldn't be bumpy. And it glues on there and then hangs down. And for that little tag comes with the die set, and it has a little inlaid piece that says for you. So I coordinated that with the colors, and I put a little extra tag behind it in the burgundy so that it just kind of had a layer as it dangles. And then later on, we go ahead and add a little flower to it as well. So it turns out really cute in the end. So I've added that, and I'm just cleaning up a little bit of the glue with my tool-in-one. Of course, it dries clear anyways, but I always see a little mess and I want to clean it up. So we're going to just glue these little strips now to the little sashes of the bow. And they're super simple, just to line up. I just line up the bottom of the sash right there where my thumb was. And then there's 2 per sash. And I will show you here in a minute that you can put those sashes coming straight down like a normal bow, or you can put them coming straight out on either side, like if a bow was tied tight. So I'll show you that here in just a second. That's the way we're going to actually do it. Is it coming just like the picture, coming straight down? And then I'll show you an example here in a second of it coming out. So these are super simple though to put together. And I use my reverse tweezers. It just makes gluing it easier. I get less of it on my nails when I remember to use them. I mean, you can do it either way. So there we go. I have just sped it along a little bit there, and just going to show that you can do it like this, and it's very pretty. Or you can switch it and do it this way, like if it's tied across a package. So very versatile. And depending on what your package is or what your item is, I'm wanting to fill the 5x7, so I choose to do it like this. And I'm just going to glue these tails and glue the whole thing then back to the front of our card. So this is super simple, just adding a whole bunch of glue to the back of our card here. So this part I'm just speeding along because you really don't want to see me do glue all the time. So yeah, I did the bow part downward to fill in our 5x7. And I think I've already told you that the 5x7 has the candy stripes embossed on it. It's hard to tell here in the picture, but it does give a nice dimension to the background of that. Even though it's that soft color, it really makes the card stand out in the background. So we have our bow now, and we have our tag hanging from it, and we're going to add our little florals from our floral set. This set is so cute because it's such a small little set, the 4 pieces, but it all just coordinates so well. It goes together so well, and I could see this bow just being used everywhere. So many different uses all year long. So it could be jazzed up so many different ways. And just wait till you see the next card. Oh my goodness, I love the next card. So I'm just gluing these guys, and I actually stop gluing here because, and you'll see in the finished sample, I'm not going to glue anymore here, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm going to end up doing, because I've realized at this point that I want to pop that center up, and I'm not going to do it right now because I have to die cut another 2 pieces. So for the video's sake, I am just going to show you how I'm going to finish this by organizing the flowers. But I'm going to pop that up, and you'll see that at the card, the finished card at the end in my finished photo. But I did add that little flower and leaf there on the tag, and then I just organized my flowers. See that? Super cute. Okay. So, and the little centers of those flowers is the pop-up glitter foam, which is adorable. So here on this card, we're going to use the Merry and Bright tree. And here's where I brought the 2 add-in items in, the arches and the pierce plate in the background. And we're just, like I said, using just that outline. And I love it in the black glitter. It's almost like tapestry. It's really neat. So I have embossed the inner piece of the arches, and I've left just enough room for the outline of the tree. And then just enough room for the bright sentiment on the bottom. So, and that arch is just big enough to cover the center of the background. So all of this was well planned out, and strategically, the sizes were strategically chosen. So in the end, it just works. And to me, it's very dramatic. And I just love the way it turned out. Now, I got the foam idea from the wonderful Yana Smikula. So if you have not seen her video over on the Spellbinders website, jump on over there and make sure you go see it. She makes the videos for... Oh, I'm sorry. It's not on the Spellbinders website. It's on her website. It's on her YouTube channel. So make sure you go see her samples over on her YouTube channel. That's Yana Smikula. And she is a brilliant artist. And if you think this is a bold card, oh my goodness. Her cards are wow. She is amazing. So, but I got the foam idea from her. I've switched it up and done it differently, but I did get the foam idea from her. And these letters are done in the fun foam. Well, first I cut them all out from the glitter card because I wanted to use my glitter card and continue my theme. But then I cut out the letters from black fun foam, and then the star right there is the pink fun foam, and it's the pink glitter fun foam. And I did that, I don't know, I was talking just a second ago, to match my nails. That's where this whole theme came from, is the color of my nails currently. My nails are this glittery pink, and that fun foam was this glittery pink, and the Velvet Rose cardstock that I'm using here from Spellbinders is the color of my nails. So I went with a color theme that went with that. So yes, I'm crazy. I know, but y'all live with me and hopefully love me. So yes, everybody gets inspiration somewhere, right? And I got a little bit from Yana and a little bit from my nails, and the rest came from my cardstock stash, and here we go. We got 2 cards. So everybody's got to find inspiration somewhere. So, yeah, so Yana had done it a little differently with the fun foam, and she used multiple colors and used cardstock and used fun foam and did it differently, but I got the idea of the dimension from her. And so I wanted to do all my letters black and use my glitter card. So I just did black foam underneath my letters, and then I used the black glitter as the base of my star and used the star glitter foam for my star. So if that's all hopefully understandable, but I'm just layering everything up here. And, you know, I've already glued all my glitter card to my black foam, and I'm just lining everything up on the tree. So, and it's, you know, it's actually really easy because these letters have very straight tops to them. So I'm really looking at the straightness of the top of the letters to line it up. And they fit inside the Christmas tree perfectly also. This Christmas tree is also very much the same size as like the stitching die of the month. I had the comparison because I had the cards real close and I couldn't believe the sizes were almost identical. So I don't know if there would be a way to like mix those, but I found it interesting that they were very similar in size. So yeah, I am loving the way this is turning out. And now we're just going to attach this to the center of our card here. And of course, I'm not popping it up because it's already got such amazing dimension. And that's all we're doing. It's just gonna just have just enough room for our sentiment at the bottom. And it's so fitting. There's our sentiment. I've stacked it 3 tall. I die cut it 3 times out of that velvet rose cardstock. And we're going to pop it up, and that 3 thicknesses is going to give it a nice texture as well. It looks like the little stand of the Christmas tree, doesn't it? It matches that glitter card so perfectly. I will make sure to leave a link to that glitter card and the velvet rose cardstock down below for you. I'll also leave a link to the black glitter card that Spellbinders sells. So Merry and Bright, the name of the collection. There's my 2 card guys, and I'm sorry for the tilt of the camera. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.